Hey, it's Ethan with ComTech. So today I wanted to cover something that I hear all the time, which is obviously AI. AI is definitely the big buzzword right now. It still is, has been for the last couple of years, and probably will be for the next couple of years. But I threw this mountain on this slide because I feel like a lot of people I talk to, they feel like they're climbing a mountain to get to using AI. They're just like, I don't really know exactly how to start. And I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to start. So I wanted to talk about it, and I wanted to talk about something that I'm going to be talking about in a few months at our live event, which I'll talk about at the end of this video. But the way that I think about AI and the easiest way I can get people involved in using it is to think about it as truly just it is a new habit that you have to form to use it. And I'll show you what I'm talking about there. But it's not something that you just switch, you start using, and then you just naturally, everything changes dramatically. It's more of a slow change. You just have to start building the small habits, which I'll talk about here in just a moment. So the first thing, or the easiest way that I know to explain how to use AI is with examples. Not just saying you can do all this cool stuff. It's instead, this is exactly how I use it every single week. So with the old habit, the way we used to work and the way a lot of us still are working, and I am to some extent, some of these examples I've tried to draw out to make an example of. But the old habit is if I got tasked with writing a report about a specific topic, maybe I go and read a couple of books, read some articles online. I write the entire first draft of the report. It takes me quite some time. I'm trying to figure out the best way to write it. And then I give it, maybe I shoot it in an email, give it to a bunch of people and say, hey, can you edit this for me? Tell me what you think. Am I making sense? And then they send their edits back. I rewrite the report and then I create a final copy. Estimated time I put in here roughly 1 week. Now with the new habit, the way that I would do it now is if I'm going to write a report, I'm going to go to some of these AI tools. Maybe it's Copilot, maybe it's ChatGPT, maybe it's some other tool online, and I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to use proper context to say I'm trying to write a report about this specific topic. I want you to use the most updated information or whatever it may be, and I want you to write the report. Here is who the audience is going to be for this report, so it knows how to write it in the best proper way. And then I am definitely still going to proofread it. We are not at the point where you can ask ChatGPT or any of these things. Contrary to what a lot of people tell you, we are not at the point where you can ask it and then take its word as gospel. You absolutely cannot do that. I'm still going to proofread it. And then one other tip that I use with AI is a lot of times I couldn't do it as much over here, but on the new habit is I'm able to take that report and then I'm able to say, hey, I want you to rewrite this one area for maybe it's the CFO. And then I want you to rewrite this same article for the CEO based on what they're going to care about. And it will rewrite every bit of that. Again, I'm going to proofread it. Maybe I create a couple of video clips out of the report. Maybe I've got some people inside of my organization that they don't want to read a report. Instead, they'd rather watch a quick video. Then we can certainly do that. Again, every bit of that is pretty quick. Honestly, it'd probably take about 2 hours to get done. Now, again, I am emphasizing, I'm really pushing the edge here from 1 week to 2 hours, but roughly that's about how long it would take. It's just, it takes thinking about it in a different way and forming that habit of instead of I'm going to grab a bunch of books and do all this stuff, I'm instead going to work with the AI kind of as my friend and work through that. So another one that I had here is taking notes at a meeting. So I would go to a meeting, I would have a piece of paper, or I'd maybe have a tablet, I'm taking physical notes. After the meeting, I need to distribute to-dos and tasks because maybe we have a meeting of 10 people. Joe has this responsibility, Jim has this responsibility. I need to follow up to ensure all the tasks are done. Again, estimated time, an hour for the meeting, maybe an hour to type up my notes, and then an hour of follow-up. So the new habit would be something a little bit different. Still take notes at the meeting, or that's my main goal here. So we're going to have a meeting. The difference is this time I'm going to have my tablet, or I'm going to have a computer, I'm going to have a camera going. I'm going to record the entire thing, let AI ingest all of it. It's going to then decide the to-dos for everybody. It's going to send out after the meeting, hey, Jim, you do this. Joe, you do this, whatever it may be. And in that point, same thing. I'm still going to have an hour for the meeting. The difference here is I'm only going to probably have about 10 minutes over the next week of just messaging people in Microsoft Teams or Slack or whatever it may be, just saying, did you do your task? Eventually, AI is going to probably help me with that and ping those people and say, hey, I haven't seen you mark off your task yet, but we're not at that point, or I haven't built that habit yet. Let's put it that way. The final one I believe I have for you is planning your day/week. So that is the to-do that we have to do. Normally, if I'm going to plan the week, I've got to look through my email, I've got to look through my chats, my calendar. I've got to try to decide what is the most important. I have to write all the tasks, then I have to prioritize. Maybe I pay an assistant. Maybe I pay them $50,000, something like that, and they're helping me design my whole week and helping me stay on track. Estimated time, an hour for review and scheduling. With the new habit, I do this every single week. So again, same task, planning your day and week. This time, I'm going to ask if you have the right AI tools in place. I'm going to ask AI, hey, review my entire week, tell me what is most important, and make my to-do list for me. Estimated 10 minutes. So it's just a difference in the way you work. And that's the main reason, or that's the main thing I want you to think about. It's just a difference in how you work, and you just have to make those small daily adjustments to build the habit to where it needs to be. Now, the final tip that I have here is if you watched any of these examples and you're like, that's just too far off, then message it below, put a comment below. I'll be more than happy to chat with you. But I recommend that you start trying to build the habit now. AI is definitely not perfect. As I said earlier, if you're asking ChatGPT or some of these other ones, you ask a question, it gives you a false answer. You know it's a false answer. It's easy to lose hope and be like, oh, I'm just not going to use that. It's not ready yet. That's partially true, but the other side of that is it is building new habits that you have to do. So I recommend you start now, so that way you are ready when AI really catches up and it starts giving you exactly the right information at the right time. You've already built the right habits, and instead of trying to take manual notes in a meeting, I can just flip my recorder on and I can trust that the AI is picking up what it needs to. So final thing that I have, there are two pieces here that if you want to get started and you don't know where to start, you could definitely start with our live event that we're having in September. If you're watching this before September 2024, go to the link below. We'll have it in the description below. Go ahead and register. It's free. We would love to have you. We're going to obviously be talking a lot about AI there and how we use it every day. And then the other side is if you don't have a full day, maybe you just want to do something small, we do have a ComTech series. Again, I will link that below. And those are all 7 minutes or less and teach you how to use the current tools you have. And I do have some AI tips in there as well. If you have any questions, comment below or give us a call. Go on our website. We'd love to hear from you.